That's legit.
Y'all know the vibes, more kicks than Cobra Kai, busting shots every time we rolling by. Yo, partner, player partner, Lush Uno in full effect. This is Lush World. All of my constituents, you understand the assignment by now. Like, share, subscribe. Unfortunately, because we got some entities in the building with us today. I wish there was a hate button. You can't press the hate button though. You gotta press the love button. You feel me? Pause. But like, share, subscribe, run it up. This is a very special occasion. I got two real ones in the function turning up. We got Keys and Ink. We got Ink and Keys going crazy. Let them know who you is.
So it's Keyawna Nikole. And
Yeah. And
InkWhore333, this bitch was hiding. Yeah.
three of them things. You feel me? With that being said, what's cracking with y'all?
Vibing here.
Just in the building?
Enjoying the fucking atmosphere. Appreciate you guys for having us. This is lit.
Nah, overdue. Definitely shouts to the Sky Club homies.
Yes, sir. Big shout out to Sky Club.
Best of the best.
Smoking on it right now.
Had to QB that right quick, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, I'm really big on energy, and although I don't consume cannabis, I can feel the effects through y'all. I'm vicariously high through y'all.
You got that contact.
And I know that this is that ultra through the roof.
Listen,
it is
the lemon cherry is smacking. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my favorite shit by Sky Club.
That's that one?
Lemon cherry gelato is him.
Yeah.
It's him.
It's him?
It's him.
Okay.
It's him.
H333M.
It's that gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need that. Okay. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
From the Berg. You're a Yinzer.
Yeah, I'm a Yinzer.
Yinzer. Hey, Yins guys.
Yins guys.
Yeah.
Down at the creek.
Yeah, at the creek.
The creek.
They don't know about it. I've spent some time out there. It's a interesting place.
It's a interesting land. It's different.
Do you consider Pittsburgh to be the East Coast or the Midwest? This is like a feverish,
good one.
It's a feverish debate.
So let me clarify. I was born in Tennessee, but I was raised in Pittsburgh.
Tennessee.
I claim Pittsburgh, but
You look like you're from
East
Tennessee,
Coast.
though.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because I'm a 10, right? You know.
Yeah, he's like Tennessee.
Exactly. So, but Pittsburgh, I definitely think it's the East Coast. It's the East Coast.
Okay, it's the East Coast.
It's just.
But it's so inland.
I think Ohio and over is like Midwest.
Right.
Where I'm from.
Okay, you from the OH10. What part of Ohio are you from?
Columbus.
You're from Seabus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cool town, actually.
It's crazy because it's like a crazy mash between like country and city at the same time.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's a crazy mash.
And but y'all didn't meet until y'all came
out here.
Out here.
Yeah. Yeah. And how did that chance meeting occur?
So I strategically casted her for a music video.
I thought that glance screamed Tinder match to me.
Oh no, I've never had a Tinder, and if anyone out there, there's people that use my pictures.
Shit was crazy.
There's people that use my pictures. It's not me. I've never, ever, and will never have a Tinder.
Hey, don't put me on blast like that. I'm using your pics.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Tinder is wild. So I casted her for a music video. My homies was shooting a music video with Smoke Perp. They were like, yo, we need some extras. We're paying. So I was like, all right. It's like, let me put some money in her pocket. I want to meet her anyway. You know what I'm saying? So boom, casted her for the music video.
You discovered her on the gram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What a lovely story.
It's a modern love story.
Yeah. I mean, at least it started with beneficial things.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean? It started with some money. You know?
Yeah.
Other niggas could be like, hey, you want to link a smoke?
Well, a lot of people are gonna.
They're like, you got some weed,
right? A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, when dudes are popping at you, they're gonna be like, oh, like I could do so much for you, baby. You on the right track but the wrong train. You gotta be rocking with me. But this dude came out the gate like, hey, I gotta play.
Yeah, no, that honestly, that's the only reason I went, because I was like, all right, work. I'm a very work motivated person, and then it just chanced. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And low-key, the first week we ever met, we made hella money together.
Yeah.
For no reason. We made 25 racks together for no reason, just straight business shit, castings and.
Damn, we need to be a throuple. Fuck that.
And it just worked. Honestly, I'm a very work motivated person. I actually we were just like working so well together that we didn't look at it as a relationship until it was like, hey, we've like consistently been hanging out for like 3 years. Like every day, and we've been making money, and like, are we like together? Like, is this what's happening? It's really kind of a situation like that, just because it was just working.
You know, like, and like I said, it's 2023. People put so many labels and pretenses on everything. None of that really matters. It's all about where, like, what the path is.
Yeah.
What path you're on.
That shit just had an organic flow to it. You feel me? It was just like, you know, let's get some money, and then the money just kept flowing. It's like, all right, you know, this is dope.
Yeah.
You feel me?
1000%. Why stop it? You feel me? And so, what was your upbringing like over there in Yinzerville, USA?
Okay, so I actually lived like 20 minutes outside of the city.
Okay.
In a little country town called Elwood.
Okay.
With like a population of like 1,000.
Good old Beaver County.
1,000 and hella
We only have a Dollar General. We only have a Dollar General and a Giant Eagle. We don't have a Walmart. We don't have a mall. We have cornfields.
She took me out there. That shit crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was like one of the only black people in the area.
Did you like face some prejudice as a result?
Oh, a lot. And it was hard because my mom's Italian and my dad is just a really large black guy with dreads down to the floor, you know? So
I'm Italian as well, and we're like definitely like the blackest of white people.
Yeah.
Not facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although there's a lot of racist Italian people too.
Well, where we're from is a very Amish and Christian Catholic area, and they're very old. It's very old people. You can't expect a generation of people that are like 70 years old
living in the woods,
that live in the woods, to
evolve,
to evolve like that. So it was a very prejudice for a while. Now it's more like, okay, it's not really a problem. It's just like, then when I was a kid,
they got Wi-Fi now. Spider-Man 2 just came out.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, like everyone's more in tune a little, you know, now. But it was something I had really dealt with as a kid. I was different. My hair was different. I have like a big afro under all these nice extensions. But it was something I dealt with a lot. All the other kids never really saw people that looked like me that were mixed, and it was a learning experience. But I've definitely grown from it, and it did push me to come here. And that's what, you know, really built me as a person.
No, I was gonna for sure define a lot of like your character, how you reacted. Are you gonna try to acclimate and fit in, or are you just gonna make a sharp left and be like?
No, I was just always myself.
Yeah, you're gonna like, if anything, that could inspire you to just go even further outside the status quo.
Yeah, my mom raised me on everything. My mom is a very proud woman, and my mom made sure that I knew my history of my culture. She was very big on that. And she made sure, like, music-wise, I was raised on NWA and Motley Crue at the same time.
Fire.
As, like, an elementary kid.
Like, which you could hear in your music. Yeah.
So I was raised, like, going to all these shows and seeing all these bands as, like, a 13-year-old kid, because that's the music I connected to, you know? And most kids that were like me weren't exposed to that yet and were listening to something else. And it kind of made me stand out and developed me as a musician.
Were you like a MySpace kid, emo kid?
So I wasn't allowed to have social media. That's my biggest thing. I think now why social media is probably like I'm pretty successful on social media now is because I wasn't allowed to have it as a kid. I like snuck a social media when I was in like high school and got in huge trouble for it. But then when I was 18, it was like free game. So I didn't really have a social media until I was 18 years old, like that I could be myself on and like express myself, because my family was so like overprotective.
So you just went ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich. I ran away. I tattooed my face 7 times. Ham sandwich. Do not overdo the like helicopter parenting on your kids. They will rebel. And
well, that's like the Catholic schoolgirls that become prostitutes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, I didn't become a prostitute. Thank God.
No, but it's the equivalent of that.
But yes, no, it is.
When you make something like taboo to the point where it's
they just rebel.
Yeah, and that's kind of what happened, and I'm able to acknowledge that, but I don't regret it, and I enjoy what I'm doing because this is what I've always wanted to do. And your families in small towns are always going to be like, you have to have your real job, and then you can do your hobbies, which are music. And I always knew this is what was gonna make me successful. So
you're like, I'm gonna work at the damn Dollar General, and in the meantime,
right? Oh no, I was an athlete, so I was always training. So that was kind of like the exchange. Until I was like in high school, I was a gymnast. My mom was my coach, so it was like,
that's right.
Yeah, but I do backflips on stage. So come to my shows.
I'm gonna call you Gabby Thugless.
Gabby Thugless. This man.
That's going viral. I'm posting that everywhere.
That's you right
like,
there.
come to my shows to see Gabby Thugless. Right.
That's fire. And what about you? Like what was your upbringing like out there in Columbus?
Shit, like I said, Columbus is crazy. So I'm mixed. Like my mom is white and Native, and my dad is black and Native. So it's like, you know, kind of like what she said with the Motley Crue and NWA type situation. Like you get Paramore over here and you get Pac over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it was wild. Columbus, Ohio is a crazy mash of like city and country at the same time. So, but at the same time, it was like a lot of closed minded is super hood. So like doing things like me painting my nails, motherfucking tight jeans a couple years ago wasn't, you know, not cracking. You're a weirdo. You're lame. Might punch on you type shit. You know
it's so, I'm really glad to hear you say that, because like for me, born and raised in LA, obviously a very diverse place.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different scenes, and I was always super eclectic, like off rip from childhood. But you know, I grew up being a tag banger, being just a hip hop culture really deep in my soul, but I was also really into punk rock, really into a bunch of other shit,
bro.
Hood alt, you're
right,
hood alt.
right, hood alt. But at the time, that wasn't a concept. You know what I mean? And that was really frowned upon.
Very pick a side.
Pick a side. Like they're like fools would get into to fights over like goth. For example, let's talk about goth kids. We're completely ostracized. We're roasted super hard, and so one of my first girlfriends, long-term girlfriends, was an original suicide girl. She was like in the book, butt naked in a bathtub. You feel me? All that. Like, and obviously she was still a teenager at this time. So no. Like, so this is before she was butt naked in a bathtub.
Okay.
Because when I dated her, like we were like 15 or whatever. It was like one of my first loves type shit. And she was straight goth chick, right?
Yeah.
And we had this weird like Romeo and Juliet type thing going on.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah, it was fire. But like people were really like, and everyone was on my helmet about it. Like, yo, why are you dating this bitch? She's fine as hell, by the way.
Right,
she's fine as all hell.
But motherfuckers be discriminating with the weird bitches, but the weird bitches be fine.
That's my favorite. Yeah. Like I'm addicted to it. But she turned me out. And she also turned me out on like Skinny Puppy, Ministry, Bauhaus, Wumpscut, just like really gnarly industrial goth bands that were popping in the mid 90s and all that shit. And I'm 41, so like that was like what was cracking at the time.
Right.
And that shit there was no connection to hip hop culture from that. And like when I was jacking that song, when I was rocking with that shit, people would be like, yo, you hella weird. And I felt super ostracized, or I'd have to be like in the closet about certain things.
Yeah, like you couldn't play with the homies and shit.
Right. Although I still pushed the line, I didn't give a fuck. But I caught a lot of shit from it. But now it's a completely different way.
Now it's cool.
It's cool now. And like people want to like push that goth line or whatever, but a lot of people don't even know what comes with it. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. And it's like people like us that push the bar and raise the bar for that shit.
Which is fire. I want to say, I feel like through like Peep and GBC, a lot of it kind of became more mainstreamized. Yeah. Although there was a lot going on before that. You know what I mean? Like, but that kind of made it acceptable to the status quo within hip hop culture. But I feel like what y'all are doing is a whole new level. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel like our music right now and everything that's about to come out, we were both really inspired and like raised on like Pierce the Veil and Bring Me the Horizon and all of these bands that like now we're working with,
Right.
and we're like becoming friends with, like actually good friends with. So it's really crazy to see that like that influence of maybe the music that wasn't being listened to years ago is now evolving us into this sound that now we're pushing with the rap influences that we were listening to years ago, the EDM influences, the all of these different genres that
Blended.
we grew up on blending into one thing.
And that's what's really dope about hip hop in its essence is postmodern art. You know what I mean? Like, and it's supposed to be a reflection of different styles. You're supposed to be able to blend seamlessly, weaving in and out of different styles and genres. That's the whole foundation. Like, people forgot, if it wasn't for the downtown Manhattan like art crowd and all that, you feel me, like that shit never would have reached the masses the way it did.
Yeah.
Like, never would have left the projects. So it's dope. And like what I see when I see y'all, it's like y'all are able to take these newer styles and, you know, combine them, and it's fire. Like with you, like you be like screaming, you feel me, like that's, you on some like deathcore shit damn near. Like, and it's fire to see it work within the context of, you know, like, do you like still, I don't know, do you consider yourself rap artists or?
So like I consider it like trap metal when I do it, but I'm still edging towards more like metal. But I bounce back and forth because like my fan base loves that shit.
Right.
So, but I am going like more hardcore as I go.
Yeah, which is dope to see, and like you pushing the boundaries and still like able to have, and that was like a big thing too about the industrial goth music that I came up on, which is very different from what y'all do. And even like, I'll throw metal in that equation too. You weren't allowed to have like swag in the context of what it means with like hip hop or rap music, and like that's out the window now too. It's like you could have swag, you could be slugged up, grilled up, you feel me, rocking Balenci's, high fashion, but still like
grungy as fuck
and grimy.
Literally.
And that to me, like traversing that water is pushing boundaries in a cool way. The one of the videos that y'all got together, I forget the name of it. It's like the circusy looking.
Yeah, Six Psycho Circus.
Yeah. That shit is hard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's dope. Like with you actually have a dope voice.
Thank you.
You got pipes. Like,
thank you. I sing. I make a lot of like Paramore full band alternative music.
Yeah.
But when we make music together, we kind of like make an insane genre blend, and I make more of an R&B influence into it. And
which is cool because like there's records where you'll have motherfuckers screaming and going hard, but then you still got like that sweet little voice.
That melodic balance.
Yeah. And it gives it a lot more of a shelf life and stuff.
thank you.
So after you wound up discovering each other, you like found her, and then y'all, how soon after did y'all start making music together?
Probably within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Because I was working on releasing singles because I had like a little agreement going on at the time that was like we were working on. And so I was putting out singles, and then we were just in the studio together, and I was working a lot with like a bunch of producers and like Ricky P.
My boy.
Odie.
Guest starring Odin.
Guest star Odie.
He's in the building.
Odie said.
He's like, what? Whatever.
He said, I'm out.
I'm out of here.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, so I was working with a lot of producers like Ricky P and stuff, and I was just like, hey, like, why don't you're cool. I see you're making music too. I like your sound. I'm an emo kid. So as soon as I heard him doing screaming stuff, I was like, oh yeah, this is about to work. Like, let's make something. Because I was on some singing Paramore full band like work.
And we were perfecting this like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, this was 4 or 5 years ago. We started doing this. I was like 19. And we like just started putting all of this together. And then now, 4 or 5 years later, like
It's the wave.
it's the wave. We're having like big agreements going back and forth right now with contracts. Like, it's really paying off for us now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So we can't get into the specificities of it, but you just recently locked a pretty crazy situation.
Yeah, I got a couple big agreements right now that we're looking at, and I'm just feeling really grateful because like I really was like homeless out here. I came out here at 19 in a car by myself, and just drove myself out here, knew nobody, and just knew I wanted to make music and I was going to make it work.
That's amazing. So when you pulled up in LA and you're like, how much, like, you had like, what, $15 left because you spent it all on gas?
Yeah, straight up.
shit?
I left with like $1,250 and I drove here in 74 hours.
Wow.
74 hours.
Just straight mobbed it.
Mobbed it.
And then when you pulled up, did you have somewhere to stay or?
No, I told my mom I did so she didn't worry because like my mom works really hard and I have my little siblings. I'm the oldest of 7.
Devin.
Well, eight total, including me.
Oh, they was fucking.
Of 7. Oh no! My parents are separated, so then they
Someone was
remarried, but
fucking.
then they were. Yeah,
Someone was fucking.
Everyone was going crazy.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest, and so I didn't want her to worry about me. But like I didn't tell her anything was going on. She thought I had an apartment, and I was just living out of my car. But nobody knew. I was going to major studio sessions. I was making friends with major artists. Nobody knew though, because I didn't want people to not respect me or to not think that
Or just look at
I
you
was
different.
like I wasn't an artist too, and I was a creative just like they were. So I just trapped it out in my car until I made enough money working as an assistant.
How long before you started to like stank?
Oh no, I showered every day.
Okay.
I showered every day. It was cool because I
Bird bathing it?
No. I took it.
I was. I ain't gonna lie.
I've been there.
My funky ass was
Hey, I'm gonna
bird
let you know
bathing
right
it.
now, just in case you think I'm being slick.
The gym, bro.
Okay,
I would
there
hit.
you go.
I got the first day. I was like, I'm gonna need the Planet Fitness membership.
I'm grungy.
But
I'm straight in crawl.
side note, on some
Yeah.
crazy shit. When I first got here, I made friends with this girl because I asked her to go into the dispensary for me, and I bought her an eighth too for doing it. Randomly, just see her outside of her work. She like looked like me, kind of. So I was like, okay, you must be cool,
Right.
And she went in for me, and she came out. She's like, you want to smoke? And I just basically told her, like, yeah, I just got here. I don't really have anywhere to go. I'm, like, sleeping in my car. She was like, listen, I'm working at the Salon Republic. It's closed now, so I can say this.
Right.
I'm working at the Salon Republic, and my boss lets me, like, sleep here overnight because me and my boyfriend are going through it. Just stay with me. And she became my best friend for, like, the first, 4 months of me being out here. Random stranger.
That's incredible.
Amazing. She was amazing. Love her. Shout out her.
Still the homie?
Still the homie. We still talk to this day. Like, she's doing great. Like, she's doing great, doing cosmetology stuff. I'm
Fire.
doing great. Like, she's going to come out to some shows. So,
It's lit.
yeah.
It's lit.
Yeah. No, and trust me,
You got to do what you got to do.
and like trust me, like you ain't saying nothing slick to a can of oil. I definitely have been there myself.
I feel like if you don't go through it, it's like you didn't go through LA.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It made me appreciate everything. I wake up every day and appreciate being able to take a shower. I like in my own
Facts.
like
Yeah.
Really
in the
appreciate the
privacy
little
of my own bathroom.
Right. What about you when you first did you have more things situated when you first moved out here?
Hell nah. So I got flew out here and I was running away from a crazy bitch.
Okay.
Because like when I got flew out here,
It wasn't me.
You had gotten flued.
yeah, I got flued out, but I didn't understand that
Damn, he did it better than me.
it was Stockton. You feel me?
Oh, you got flued.
Nigga, I got flued out to,
No, you didn't get flued. You got set up, my boy.
bro. So I get out
Shout
there,
out to the 209. I love Stockton, but
bro. I
damn.
love Stockton, but Stockton is crazy. You feel
Wild.
me? And it's really far from LA,
Yo, yeah, it is.
know, so-
you closer to the bay.
bruh. So you know, shit was rocky.
Yeah.
I scooted. And then I just thugged it out. I was sleeping at like MacArthur Park and shit.
Okay.
And then my nigga hit me, Busy Bone's son, Lil Busy.
Okay.
Nigga, you know I'm out here, nigga. I got this sugar mom, nigga. We got this crib, nigga. Pull up. I'm like,
Right.
I'm like, shit, you ain't saying nothing, nigga. I'm over here washing my balls in Carl's Jr. sleeping at MacArthur, nigga.
Damn.
You feel me? So boom, we pulled up and we was at his sugar mom's house thugging it out. And then I was cutting hair because I had went to barber school in Stockton.
Okay.
So
Okay.
You feel me? I had that under my belt. I'm like, I gotta go to LA with something other than I make music. You feel me? Like, I gotta have some under my belt.
Did you have any crazy Stockton stories
Nigga.
that you can share?
The whole Stockton experience was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, listen. So I get flued out there. The bitch got like a 10-year-old kid.
Is she bad at least?
Bro, she was minute. Like she Instagram filter.
Right.
You feel me? She was cool with Instagram filters. I get out there, bro. She
hit you with the
bad-
angles.
She got bad skin.
Oh man.
She got that I used to do meth a couple years ago skin. Motherfucking
Yo.
10-year-old in a 1-bedroom. I'm like, bitch, where does he sleep? Like,
Right.
I'm finna sleep. Like, you feel me? This is wild as fuck. Like,
She said this is Aiden. He's my world.
bro, his name was Aiden.
No.
I swear to God, I swear to God on Santa, bro. I swear to God.
No.
His name was fucking Aiden.
Yeah.
Bro.
You like how I did that?
You're a wizard.
Bro, so you feel me? Shit was cool, and what was fucked
Nah,
up
they all
was,
named Aiden. That's the
what was
secret.
fucked up is I already had a flight back, but she's like, "Oh, you should stay longer." I'm like, "Man, I'm trying to scoot. Like, you feel me? This ain't LA. This ain't what I'm looking for. You feel me? I don't want to be."
What I'm looking for.
I'm sick of Aiden.
I don't even.
She said, I need a new puppy.
Yeah, bro. For real, the little nigga used to run up on me and sock on me and shit. I had to play it off like nah, bro. I really want to beat that little nigga ass.
Then when she left the room, you're like, fuck yo, Ford.
I swear to God, eating all that niggas gummy bears and shit, nigga. But nah, but it's like,
Yo,
it wasn't what I was looking for. You misled me. You feel me? I'm a scoot. So when I tried to scoot, the bitch pulled a big butcher knife on me like,
Oh, yeah.
you ain't going nowhere. I'm like, what you mean I can't scoot? Like, she like, nah, I brought you out here. Like, if you want to come out here, you got to fly back and then come back on your own time.
What?
I'm like, bitch, you're a gangster. You're a real 304. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Like, you're, what the fuck? Like, I don't
Wait, is there an airport in Stockton?
Bro, no, I had to fly
Sac.
I had to fly to Sac, and she had to
Yeah.
drive and pick me up from Sac.
Yeah.
Bro,
So you had no
without the
idea
kid, but
where
without
you
the
were
kid
going.
though, because he 10, so she got him at the crib, so it was a surprise.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel me? And she in the gutter, nigga. I walk in that bitch, it's like a
Okay,
project.
so lesson learned. That's what you get for getting flown out.
Yeah.
Buy your own ticket.
But hey,
Yeah, you can't be
nah,
getting
I'm still
flew
here.
out.
Though.
But you made
I'm
it.
still here.
Yeah, yeah.
You survived.
But yeah, so I had to run from the bitch with a knife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Like, was there like, she's like literally like
Yeah, and
swiping that
I had
motherfucker?
big ass bags. Nigga, I had like 4 bags strapped to me, so I'm trying to book it down the street.
Oh my God.
And I got to the Greyhound, I scooted.
Damn.
Just like that.
Damn. Well, I'm glad you made it.
The LA journey, man.
How long after, like, how long were you doing the MacArthur Park thing for?
So like I was doing that shit for a couple months and
Couple
then,
months.
yeah.
So,
Damn, son.
And I was bouncing too, so I was bouncing around. So it wasn't every night MacArthur, but it was like
but there's dead bodies in
Was
there.
this
There's
before it was like
It was
crazy?
clean when I was sleeping there. Like I
How
was
many
waking
years
up to,
ago
like,
was
soccer
this?
games and lawn chairs. Like woo, you feel me? Like it wasn't nothing like it looks now. It's zombie land.
That's crazy.
Yo, and I'm gonna be honest.
There was people out there on swan paddle boats having dates and shit when I was sleeping there with soccer games.
compared to like 20 years ago, that place is a paradise now.
Yeah.
MacArthur Park is activated.
Yeah,
I couldn't ever sleep outside, man. That's crazy.
yeah,
Hey, it's urban camping.
yeah.
I slept in a car, so it was
Once you
basically
here,
outside,
you
but I
gotta
was in
do
a
what you
car.
gotta do. And you know,
I
if
feel
you
like
get
I
through
needed a
one
little
day, shit,
shelter.
The next day it might change. Shit.
You got to make it work. How
No,
you doing?
it worked. It worked. So
Yeah.
don't sleep outside no more. So that's cool.
Yeah, no, but not no mo. You feel
Not
me?
no mo.
Niggas
Not no mo. Y'all are definitely killing the game right now. Got a lot going on. As far as your live shows, which I feel like is pretty like, important for. So do y'all be rocking with full bands or?
Yeah.
Yes,
so we
sir.
do full band stuff.
Is that a mandatory like?
Mandatory.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not
we
rocking
are.
without
We
the
are.
band?
Unless it's like a huge opportunity and we just got to crunch it down to a DJ,
Yeah.
which we try not
If
to,
we
but
just have to.
we love to go band. It's a different feeling.
So like there's a lot of you look at like the Rolling Louds and them type of festies and shit, and a lot of fools are dope artists that I fuck with, but they're not actually like performing. You know what I mean? They're kind of like lip syncing to their music or
And
throw a
walking
few
around.
ad libs and then crowd surfing, whatever, which is like quasi rock star shit. But the thing about like rock star shit is you actually have to rock.
Yeah, there's
Right.
still an entertainment value to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're really a good example of that because we go above and beyond. Like
You actually perform.
yeah, we have a full band. We do festivals. We're like about to
We
start
put bitches
touring
in
crazy.
cages.
We put people, yes.
Hell
we put
yeah.
ladies in cages.
Bitch.
Yeah, we put bitches in cages and then like just perform.
Well, they
on
go
top
in a
of-
lady and they leave a bitch,
Yes, well,
right?
Exactly.
They go in willingly.
Of course.
Yes,
all.
only willingly.
Only willingly.
Consensual cage bitches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sensual always. But yeah, it's crazy. We have a crazy show. We just and genuinely all the artists we bring on during our sets are people that have been with us along this ride who are talented as hell and people that made a name for themselves too, and it's genuine to see because like this year is really when everything is just like whew, and it's
all
really
combined powers.
a relief.
Yeah.
It took a long time. Genuinely, it's a relief.
How important is like the visual aesthetic element to what you guys do, would you say? Like if there is somebody, like if y'all came across somebody that had the sound or whatever and y'all would fuck with them, but they didn't look right, what would you do?
I still fuck with them.
still fuck with them.
Yeah, I mean, some people just weren't exposed to. Like, I'm never somebody, like, yes, I have a lot of face tattoos. Like, I have 7. But I'm never someone that's like, you have to have face tattoos for me to fuck with you. Like, you know, like, I wasn't influenced by people with face tattoos. I did this because I wanted to for me.
Yeah, if I like your art, I like your art.
If I like your art, I like your art. You could look like whatever you want.
Yeah, it was weird. Just like, you know, like my generation face tats were not as fashionable. And it was like mainly for, you know, if you like got stripes as a like gang member or killer.
Where I was from, it's like 20 years in the past, and that's how they thought too.
Right.
Like, I did the same thing.
Right.
I went through the same thing.
I think it's dope, and I've thought about it. Like, damn, I should have. Like, damn, I'm like low key. Like, it would look weird for me now. You know what I mean? But
I think you should do it.
what I'm for sure doing 1,000% is blasting the head.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm for sure blasting the head. Like, that's next. Like,
That's mandatory.
yeah,
That'd be lit.
Mando head blast.
I'm just waiting on seeing what I want because I know I want it, but I can't figure out what exactly I want.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. Like, I'm for sure gonna do like some like Julius Caesar type fucking
Roman shit.
Yeah.
That'd be lit.
You feel me?
Oh, my mind's blown right now. Like a whole fucking detailed ass art piece would be insane.
Yeah.
Like
Vultures and
on the
shit.
horses.
You feel me? Chariots and all that.
Chariots.
Yeah.
That would be
No, that's
fire.
I started with like I wanted the
Well,
lead.
you're going like gladiator.
Yes.
Yeah, like gladiator.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Troy.
hard.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Troy.
Yeah, like at first I was like just the leaves, but then someone was like, "Oh no, you'll look like the Little Caesars guy."
Yeah, no.
So you feel me?
Hey, yo, at least somebody told you because I would have
Yeah.
thought of that.
I would have never thought of that. Too.
Yo.
Said that. No.
Pizza.
You feel me? And my people got jokes, so yeah, they would have ran it up.
But definitely detailed and like a whole art piece.
That'd be crazy.
We gonna run it. We gonna run it.
Numbing
Sorry.
cream.
Yeah, I might need that. A lot of my tattoos were done under the influence, so like now when I get them, it like
Yeah.
kind of feel it a little more. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what people was talking about.
Yeah.
So I was like, pain. How important and integral to the creative process is cannabis?
That shit important to my
I was
life.
about to say my daily process.
Yeah, that shit's
That's
my
the thing.
life.
No, it's not. Maybe not for everybody's daily process, but for mine personally, I just have a lot of anxiety. So it does really help
It's
me.
part of daily ritual.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I overthink, I overanalyze everything.
Yeah.
Every little thing till it like drives me crazy. So like smoke some weed, calm down. You're too high strung. Like that's just me as a person.
So you fuck with indicas more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, I know.
It depends. I like hybrids, but sometimes they make me.
Like indica heavy hybrid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sativa is cool. Like there's certain sativa I used to fuck with. Like used to really like Jack a lot. The Jack.
Yeah, Jack Herrera.
Yeah. But like it, I don't know. It's a little methy for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like sativas like throughout the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on the move throughout the day, a couple of sativa joints is cool. But when I'm
Yeah.
at home kicking it like we watching TV, I'm trying to smoke some like heavy indica.
Right.
Relax.
I don't want to perpetuate the LA stereotype.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like the gassiest of the gas.
Exactly.
Like, hit me. But then, like you said, gelato, like I love that.
Yeah.
that-
As long as it's Sky Club.
as long as it's
smoking
Sky
it.
Club. And that's what I was about to ask you. So how did that come to fruition, the Sky Club?
So, I saw one of my friends was like working at Sky Club, right? And she like played my music video and like took a picture or something. And I saw it on Instagram. And I was like, oh. And so I reached out and I was like, hi, thank you so much, blah, 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 blah. I would love to like come through. I'd love to like take a video or help promote you guys. Like I just looked at their stuff and I was like, yo, like this is a really nice spot. I've been to my fair share of dispensaries and I just saw a lot of effort put into like what they were doing.
The presentation.
The presentation was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I was
Showroom
honestly,
amazing.
when I saw it, my mind was spinning. I was like, yo, I want to do like meet and greets here. Like, you know,
Right.
cannabis is a big part of my life. I want to be a part of this. So I reached out and he hit me right
You
back.
wouldn't have had a place to stay if it wasn't for the dispensary.
Exactly.
Because you wound up meeting homegirl there. It's like,
Real shit.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Full circle. So like I don't know, I had a really big appreciation. So like for the first day that we all met, when I met the team, I met John and Hamlet, I brought Ink, and it was just really good chemistry, and I really loved them. I was like, yo, these are good ass people.
they're
Like really.
that
These
kind
are
of
some amazing people, and in LA, that's rare.
Yeah.
right.
It's so rare to meet really nice people, and sometimes you just need to, when you meet them, you just need to keep them around you.
And you know what? Here's the thing, especially like in the world that we're all in the entertainment industry, it is like very murky waters to navigate.
Yeah, you know?
Very.
But like, I will say, those of us that are like native to LA,
That's what
born
it
and
is.
raised,
That's exactly
we're a
what
lot
it
more
is.
down to earth than people realize. A lot of the times it's not y'all, because y'all came out here, got it from the mud, but a lot of these people that are like, oh, I'm moving to a fucking content house and I'm gonna fucking be a douchebag and fucking jerk dicks off into my face or whatever the fuck they be doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like how many followers do you have? Like, oh, you don't have, you have less than 150,000. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
like
you're-
do
No,
you have
and
a
it's really like that
Do you
for
have
real,
a
bro.
personality?
Yeah. And that's why 9 times out of 10, them motherfuckers be on they'll last less than 6 months. I've lived here my whole life, and I've seen so many people just countless, like plane loads of people that just can't make it. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Real shit.
But
I've watched everybody go back home. and
I'm sure you done
I
seen
haven't
it.
gone home. Like that was my goal. I was like, I'm not coming back until I made it, and like now I'm about
We
to
ain't been home in
get
5
to
years.
I'm coming back in an urn if I'm coming back. Fuck that. Yeah.
Back with some fucking.
And I'm about to get to go back and show that, like, yo, I really made that shit. That happened. Like, you Google me.
Yeah. Google me ... bitch, as a matter of fact.
Straight up, bitch. Zoom.
But no, they are. As soon as I met this guy, you know, John and all them, they're like such cool
Amazing.
people.
No, the most amazing
Yeah.
people. And then, like, we just all just clicked. And we started brainstorming ideas. We started, like, hey, let's build something together. Let's build brands together. Let's like, really do something that's going to help the world. Like, that's what they're about. They're about positivity. And I'm about positivity. Like, more love is on my forehead. Like,
Right.
positive vibes, please. So I really, really saw that with them.
And that just goes with what I said earlier. You looking like a demonic Christmas tree out here.
And that's the thing.
Like, tinsel and all.
You know, don't judge a book by its cover.
You can't.
Listen to my music. It's sad. You'd want to give me a hug if you didn't see what I look like.
Right. Right. No, it's
Story of my life.
there's a lot of depth. There's a lot of emotion. Both you guys, you know what I mean. I fuck with it heavy, and I think the ceiling is a very, very high. So other than the obvious with the deal and all that, like, what's cracking next? What can we look forward to?
Got some,
EPs everywhere.
yeah, EPs dropping. A
EPs,
crazy single at the
visuals.
end of the month. Crazy music video.
Big
dropping.
announcements, big features.
Oh, big. Yeah, we got
Okay.
stacked EP.
Yeah.
We can't speak on features yet, or
yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not till the single drops.
Okay. Could we? Okay.
I signed an NDA.
Beetlejuice. Could we say like what genre the collabs are?
Alternative, and it's one of your favorite band members. One of your favorite lead singers of the
I'm
best
fucking juiced.
2012 band. Think about
It's
it.
almost like all of your favorite bands.
Right.
Literally. Actually, the whole EP is all of your favorite bands. Straight up.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Every one of your favorite bands from like the 2012 Warped era.
Yeah.
Damn. And that came to fruition very.
Genuinely, I just was making really good connections throughout just being myself. And that's my biggest message. Just always be yourself. Be authentically yourself, because it will attract what you want. When I was 12 years old, I was seeing bands like Pierce the Veil in concert. Now I'm genuine friends with them. Like
That's so tight.
We talk every day. Vic is my mentor.
Yeah, he like mentors
He
us,
mentors
wears our
us,
merch,
helps
puts us
us.
in his videos, like really puts us in position.
we
'Cause y'all
started
are
our
next.
last video.
Yeah.
Like he genuinely did that, and he didn't have to, and that
At all.
means everything.
And we
to
didn't
me.
even ask. He didn't even like,
Like-
you know what I mean? He didn't have.
Everything to me. He
Crazy.
just wanted to do that. He wanted to help. He does listen to my music and help me pick what songs are good, and that means the world to me, because that same person saved my life when I was a 13-year-old little kid.
That's incredible. Yeah, I was on the Warped Tour in 2010, and I was like, damn, I'm a couple years. Wish I was a couple years later, because shit got really fucking cracking around that time for sure.
That was the best. And now we're bringing it back. It's like 2012 all over.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Metal fucking back.
Yeah, for sure it is.
Oh, hell yeah. Appreciate you.
So yeah, no, that's fire. And as far as, so you said you have, you like, what's up with the merch and apparel game? What can like,
Yeah.
where can we like, where can fools cop it? Like,
So I have some links in my bio on Instagram. KeyawnaNikole.com is we're about to drop a app. I'm actually dropping my app
Talk
in like a
about it.
week. So we're about to release my app. I'm really excited, and you're about to be able to go through all the unreleased content. My biggest thing about the app is you will be able to either anonymously or under your username be able to communicate with each other. People that are a part of my fan base are going to be able to talk about each other. If you guys are having a bad day, you can anonymously every day get a notification that says, hey, hope you're having like just a positive affirmation just throughout your day. I'm really big on mental health.
I like
Really big.
I'm really big on that. And you need, sometimes you need a reminder. Not everybody wakes up to somebody to remind them, you know?
Yeah, it gets slimy.
It gets slimy out here in these streets.
It does. So the main purpose of the app, beyond staying logged in with you, is kind of creating a community for all of your people to.
As we develop more and other artists' apps come up, and we're going to be able to all communicate with each other.
I love it. I love it. Incredible. I'm Juice Inc. Credible. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I'm juiced for what y'all got cracking. You know what I mean? Like, is any other message you want to get out to the people before we sky up out this motherfucker?
So the last week of July, be expecting a single with a super surprise feature. I'm super excited to drop for you guys. And
Shit, go crazy. We dropping a lot of EPs, a lot of visuals. We going crazy.
Zoom.
Are we just in an era now where it's all EPs, or like?
No, it's really debuts. I've never dropped an EP before.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the EP kind of like low-key became an insane album with like amazing art. I've just been working with an incredible engineer and producer, and so
It's lit.
we just made the most amazing records.
Well, look, I really appreciate y'all sliding through.
I appreciate you for having us, brother.
Please come back. We gonna make this, you feel me, a regular thing. If,
Absolutely, I'd love to do updates.
Yeah, and with that being said, we about this biatch out this.